G'day humans, Chris Stead here. Guess what just landed on my door? Hubbl. So this is coming out on March 10 here in Australia. It's March 4 right now, so I thought I got this. Let's do an unboxing straight away. So pretty clear there with this new brand, Hubbl. So this is like what they're calling stream motion now, I guess. There's no real stream motion. It's Hubbl, which Hubbl has KO, Binge, the lifestyle app that's just coming out, and also Flash. And obviously you can see no Foxtel branding anywhere. The future of TV and streaming is here. Pretty light box. Let's see what we've got going on here. So, little card here, it's got the logo as part of the design, which is kind of nice. Let's get started, easy step guide. Kind of a bit annoying having to hold the flaps open, I guess, but nice and simple, which I guess is the user base that they're going for, people who are looking to get into the streaming TV world without too many hassles. Now, I do have another video with a hell of a lot more information on it, so I will link that at the end of this video if you want to find out more information about the actual device itself, but this is just an unboxing. Here's the device. So quite a big box for quite a small little thing, isn't it? So you can see there it's barely bigger than my palm. Got the aerial cable in the back, which you would have seen on my previous videos. That's interesting, but you can obviously just connect it to Wi-Fi. It also has an Ethernet port if you want to avoid Wi-Fi altogether. HDMI, it doesn't say in or out, but I can only assume it's out. And the power jack, so that's what you've got on the back there. There's a QR code on the back. I'm guessing that basically goes to a warranty of some sort. And I'd say it's a mic at the front because you can communicate with these things by chat, unless that's the remote IR port, IR laser thing. Anyway, so there you go, that's the device itself. What else have we got in this huge box? The remote. So it looks like it's, I can feel from the weight of it, it's got the batteries already involved in it. I've shown you this remote before. I really quite like this remote, really nice in the hands, well, big male hands anyway. Feels really good. It's not that kind of puny type of remote that Apple went for, which I hate that remote. It just disappears everywhere. Got proper analog buttons, clicking, which I like, as opposed to kind of touch screen where you're kind of fumbling around a little bit. So it's a bit old school, I guess you could say, but old school is better in my opinion. And it's just got that mic button there, that blue button. So kind of got the main buttons highlighted with a color, which is pretty cool. Anyway, that's that. In fact, there's a little key here that tells you where all the remotes, what the functions actually are on the remote, just to get you started straight away. So that's a nice touch too, actually. Here's a closer look at that remote for you. And also the key. So you got these buttons, Binge, KO, Binge and Netflix. These are not customizable, you're stuck with those. That's a shame that they sell those off. It'd be nicer if the customer could actually choose what they wanted there. Now this red plus button, that's for adding to your watch list. So that's the functionality of that. Now in the demonstration, I saw them just flicking between live channels. So that must be done with this device, just this little circle here. I have to test that because there's no specific channel changing button on there, or toggle. And interesting, it's got a pause button, and it makes a point of saying here that you can pause on-demand content, obviously, but also live channels, because if in KO you can just pause a live channel if you want to go to the toilet or whatever. For example, so that's pretty cool. There's a little look at that. That gives you a breakdown of what to expect there. And what do we got under here? The symbol again. Going to be seeing a lot of that around. Okay, here's just pretty cool. So it's a markdown of the apps that are available at launch. So these three down here are not available at launch, but they are coming, I'm told, soon. No date, but I'm told soon. So those are the apps that you can get as of launch day. Now you don't need to subscribe to Hubbl. There's no subscription for Hubbl itself. Hubbl is just a window into these apps. So you need to either have accounts with the free-to-air apps, or you need to have actual accounts with the providers like Netflix and so forth. Here's a closer look at those apps for you. So some of the notable ones, there's also some missing, but I think it'll be, you know, to really finish the deal a little bit when it's Paramount, Stan and Optus Sport are involved, especially for sport fans, because Optus has the Premier League amongst other things, and Stan also has plenty, and does so does Paramount. After that, that's pretty interesting, just kind of loose at the bottom there. but I didn't notice, I did notice a bit of rattling actually when I was coming in, but these are just sitting loose. They're not in any sort of particular packaging. But be honest, there's a lot of packaging here for one little device. So here is the power cable. Let's have a look at the length of that. So what's that? Probably a bit over a meter, meter 20, meter 30, something like that. Not too bad. Power cable itself, it's not flat mounted, not too bulky. I like that this comes off to the side, so you can see this comes off to the side of the device. This gives you a little bit more play if you need to stick this behind your TV for some reason, or in an entertainment unit. And we've also got here an HDMI cable. Let's see how long that is. This is also color coded by the looks of it. To make it again easier. Ooh, that's a short cable. What's that? It's probably about the same, maybe a bit smaller. Meter 20, I reckon, something like that. That is not gonna get up the back of a TV. A 65-inch TV, an 86-inch TV, a 90-inch TV, and that's gotta go from an entertainment unit all the way out to the back of your TV. I don't think that's gonna make it. All right. Other than that, we've got a little bit of warranty stuff here by the looks of it. Yeah, warranty. What is the warranty? Doesn't have an obvious year on it. How many years? No, I can't see anything. And just a bit of a usual tiny print stuff. There's that power cable. Closer look for you. So that's about 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches, a good 2 inches actually. And the box itself a bit closer up. So you can see it's all color coded. It's going to be very easy for anyone to set up really. Don't need to know too much. Okay, there you go. That's an unboxing of Hubbl. Now, I've used it a lot in demo sessions, but I haven't used it myself personally in my own home, so I'm going to start setting this up. Keep an eye on the channel, because I will crack some more content up as soon as I've had time to experience the device and see how this actually works. Thanks very much for watching. Make sure you check out my other video for a full deep dive into a lot more information on Hubbl. Thanks for watching. I'm Chris Stead. Check you later.